Hey everyone! So I'm back with another live, and as you can see from the title, I will be encouraging women in this video to take full responsibility of the men they allow in their lives. And what do I mean by that? I mean that, friends with benefits don't just slip into your life. Boyfriends just don't slip into your life. Lovers just don't trip and fall into your bedroom. You allow them in your life. Either you're the one initiating some type of situationship or relationship, or they're working their way into your life by their actions. It doesn't matter. You have to take full responsibility for vetting these men and making sure that they are not going to cause you trouble and chaos. Oh, hey. Hey, Dee Dee. Hey, girl. How are you? And the thing is, this is something that women don't hear enough, right? Like, I am not here trying to blame women for the horrible experiences that they've had with men. I'm not doing that at all. Okay. I just want to get that out the way. Yes, sometimes, we all have to go through uncomfortable, painful situations in order to learn, so that, we don't repeat the same thing again. The point is to not repeat it again. However, really, honestly, if you don't get anything from this message tonight, please understand that women tend not to understand how much power they have in their personal relationships. And what do I mean by that? I mean that women decide who gets to procreate. Women decide which men get to have children. Okay? Women decide which men get to have children, which men get to create a legacy through a woman's womb, through a woman's portal. Women decide which men get to carry on, their DNA and immortalize themselves. Like, a man is not able to immortalize himself without a woman's womb, without a woman's portal. It's impossible. It doesn't happen. You decide that. Please, women, take this power seriously. It's huge. It's a huge deal. Let me read these comments. So Dee Dee says, this is just what I've been talking to myself. This is just what I've been talking to myself the past week. I'm glad you're talking about it now. And I understand, it helps to hear this message from different perspectives, from different communicators, from different sources, because you can really digest the idea better. So I'm going to just present my perspective on the matter. And when it comes to my perspective, I'm not here to blame women, right? I'm just here to encourage you all to see how much power you have. Like, a man, like I said before in the beginning, a man can't just slip into your life. A man doesn't just slip into your life. Like, you allow them. You give him chances. If a man F's up and he shows you from the very beginning that he ain't ish, drop it. There are so many men in this world, and I think a lot of women allow scumbags in their lives because they don't have an abundance mindset. Like, understand, like, trust me, men are not in a shortage. Like, there will never be a shortage of men. I mean, there's so many of them. You will find one that will treat you well. And if you have an abundance mindset and you have a mindset that focuses on great treatment in a relationship rather than someone's looks or someone's swag or whatever, you'll be better off. Sean says, hey, first timer. Hey, Sean. Hey, welcome to the discussions. This is bubbly sparkling water. I love this stuff. Okay, so Dee Dee said, I need to start taking responsibility for all times I've been used and abused by men. I'm the one who chose to let them in my life. Dee Dee, we all have to go through that. Every last one of us has to go through that and has to come to that realization. And trust me, once you have this realization, you will be set free and you will feel powerful. You will have very little patience for nonsense. And especially if you take responsibility for who you let in your life and have an abundance mindset, if you pair those two things, there's nothing stopping you from getting the best of the best. And you'll start to immediately weed out all of the dusties, all of the takers, all of the bad apples. So Basie, hey Basie, hey girl, how are you? Okay, Let me read this. Didi says, now that I realize my value, it's up to me to respect myself and be willing to be single for the rest of my life if no man can meet my standards and boundaries. Here's the thing, Didi. Yes, it is up to you to make sure that you accept great treatment and only great treatment, right? But there will always be guys, I feel like as women, we don't look at relationships in the proper way. Like men look at relationships, oftentimes they look at relationships in a very practical way. Women, we've been fed all this BS and we look at relationships in a more idealized way. Like we want romance, we want Prince Charming, we want all the things that kind of really don't exist. They only exist in Disneyland, fantasy world. But if we focus on relationships that benefit us, like Didi, you will find someone who will provide some type of value to your life. And I think you should look at men in that way. You shouldn't look at men in a way of like, what man is going to fall in love with me? No. Which man is going to play the protector and provider role for you? And there are plenty of men that will do that. So I wouldn't worry about being single for the rest of your life. But I mean, hey, like being single, think about being single as being free, When you're single, you're free to choose from the billions of men on this planet. Like literally there are billions of men. So why would you get stuck on one? And the thing is, if you're in a relationship with someone who's not fulfilling your needs, with someone who isn't giving you what you need, with someone who isn't adding value to your life, isn't benefiting you, then you are getting in your own way from finding someone that will add value to your life. You do not want to prevent yourself from finding someone who will add value to your life because you're entertaining someone who isn't. So it's better to be single and be free to choose from someone that will value you and add value to your life than to be in a relationship and being dragged down. I mean, you know that old saying, I can do bad all by myself. You can do bad all by yourself. Like, you don't need help to do bad. You don't need help to perform poorly in life. Like, you don't need help to fail. So there's no reason to be in a relationship if you're not progressing, excelling, improving your life. There's no reason. If you're not advancing, there's no reason. So Didi says, now that I know that I'm the queen, I realize it's up to me to protect my own kingdom from letting Dusty sit there. I mean, that shouldn't even be like, there's nothing attractive about a Dusty. Not one thing. Base, he says, the first heartbreak I had was my ex's doing. However, every heartbreak after that was my own doing because I wasn't willing to walk away. Let me tell you something about walking away, Basey. If you guys haven't heard of The Art of Seduction, yes, The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene, you need to look up that book. You need to look that book up and get it. I would highly suggest listening to that book on Audible. Let me look up the link so I can share it with you. I'll put it in the chat. But The Art of Seduction talks about how alluring and attractive the ability to walk away is. When a woman, when anyone really can just walk away, that makes you even more seductive. It makes you even more alluring, even more attractive, because that subconsciously signals to the person you walk away from that you're valuable and that you have plenty of options. And humans by nature subconsciously are attracted to things that are scarce. Like, we are attracted to things that seem as though not everyone can get them. Okay? So when you have the ability to just walk away, if you're just like, nah, I'm good, I'm telling you, a lot of men have it in their DNA to want to chase. If you're the type of woman that be like, I don't like this, I'm good. It's okay. I don't need this. The odds of him sticking around to chase you will increase, and he will see you as more valuable. So I got the book. I'm about to share this book with you. I highly suggest it, even if you have to listen to this book. I highly, highly, highly suggest you go to Audible, and you can look in my description to get a free trial of Audible, so you can listen to this book on your own. Here, this is the link to the Art of Seduction. I put it right here. You can click on it. It's in the chat. Hey, Madam of Hue. Hey, love. How are you? How are you doing today? Dee says when you walk away, he's automatically forced to respect you. I mean, yeah, because you're like, no, I'm telling you, try it. Even okay, I would recommend you guys get some type of dating app, maybe Tinder, maybe OkCupid, and chat it up with some guys, and a lot of them will act up, especially on Tinder, right? A lot of them will act up. You can just be like, okay, no, I'm good, bye, I'm not interested. And a lot of them, you'll see how their tune will change. You'll see how they'll change their attitude. You'll see how they'll start to act right because they know you willing to walk away. Listen, people don't act right when they feel as though you'll stay no matter what. Okay? All right, let me look at this other comment. Basie says, you are totally right. I had a scarcity mentality. I did not feel confident I could find better. Let me tell y'all something. There are 8 billion people on this planet. About 4 billion of those people are men. There are literally billions of men on this planet. If you level up your look, right? Put on the feminine costume, put on red lip, get your nails done, do your hair, put on some hair, put on some hair. Somebody gonna be attracted to you. Out of the billions of men on this earth, like, you should never have a scarcity mindset. Ever. You should never be afraid to be single, because when you're single, you're free. You want to be trapped in a relationship where your needs are not met and you're not free to go out and date and find someone that will meet your needs. No, you don't want to be trapped, right? You always have options. Always. If you think like that, there's nothing that can stop you. If you remain willing to walk away, and if you understand that there is an abundance of opportunity to meet someone, people getting divorced every day, people breaking up every day, you just got so many options. There's no reason to worry about anything, especially as a woman. And if you understand that women, listen, there is no thing in this world that's more sought after than a woman. Nothing. Understand that. Understand that men seek out women more than anything else. Men get jobs, men get cars, men get homes just to get women. To get women. If it weren't for women wanting comfort and wanting to live nicely and having stability, men would live in a cardboard box. They would literally live in a cardboard. If it wasn't for a woman be like, I don't want to be with you living in this cardboard box. I want to live in a nice house. If women didn't say that, men would be happy living in a cardboard box. So understand they do all of this to access women, to have access to women, especially the women that they want. So perfect your style, perfect your look. You'll be fine. Madam of Hue, what do you mean by do I put certain photos on Tinder? I don't put anything inappropriate on Tinder, ever. Because people are already acting a fool on Tinder. I don't want to give the wrong impression. But don't bluff, though. Actually really walk away, or he'll never take the threat seriously and his behavior will even get worse. Oh yeah, of course. Yes, Dee. I mean, yes. It's assumed that when I say be ready to walk away, you serious, because you know your worth. Like, when you understand your worth, you will be ready to walk away, because you're like, nah, you'll know that you can get better and you can do better. And like I said earlier, women have to take full responsibility for the men that they allow into their lives. Women don't understand how much power they have. Women actually dictate who gets to procreate, who gets to have a legacy, which man gets to become immortal, which men get to become, get to immortalize themselves through having children. You decide that. Take that seriously. Don't just give any man babies. Don't give any man access to your time, energy, and especially not your body. Basie says, what is everyone's experience on dating apps? Thinking about making one finally. I think you should try it out and see what it's like. It's a mixed bag. A lot of crazies, a lot of people. Trust me, there are a lot of crazies on there. But sometimes you can find that needle in the haystack. And you get to meet plenty of people. You get to improve your ability to have conversations with just about anyone. You'll get better. Like, dating is kind of like a skill. And you should always be, especially if you are not engaged, you should always be dating multiple. You should have a roster. Like, you should have multiple men dating without any hanky-panky. You should be having multiple men, because no one has committed to you and taking you off the market and secured you. If you're not secured, you should be dating multiple men. Lion E says, I have that book on my Kindle. It's a great read. It is a great read. Everyone should read The Art of Seduction. It's right here. I put it in the chat. You can click on it and get it. I even have in my description a free trial for Audible if you just want to listen to the book. It's a very long book, very dense read. It's not an easy read. So listening to it would be very helpful. It's great. I love listening to that book. I might listen to it falling asleep tonight. But yeah, guys, I make these videos because after finding all this level up content, I've realized like how tricked a lot of women have become, like how I was, right? Like I was tricked into believing in order to make it in the world, I had to be masculine and compete with a man. And that's just not the case. Femininity is very powerful. Women have a lot of power. We've just been tricked, man. When I tell you the reason why I make these videos is because every day I realize how badly we've been tricked. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been made to believe as though we are supposed to chase men, that they're the prize, that there's something to be sought after. No. Women are the prize. Women are valuable. Women are the ones to be sought after. Today I was watching one of Shira's lives, and she was talking about, if you really want to understand the value of a woman, watch one of those documentaries of all male prisons and see what happens when there's no women around. What a prison is like without women. See what men do without women. Then you will understand the value of a woman. You get what I'm saying? Can you imagine how miserable prison is? Because there's all that masculinity and it's trapped, confined, and there's no feminine energy to balance any of that out. You know the type of thing that, go watch a prison documentary and see the types of things that happen in prisons. It's horrific. It's like literally hell. Why? Because they're all men. And who commit the vast majority of crimes, assaults, and rapes in the world? Men. So just keep that in mind if you ever question or doubt your value, okay? Okay. Basie says, girl, I'm scared of the crazies. I've been out of the dating game for so long. I'm worried I won't be able to identify them as easily. Okay, then don't do it. Meet people, talk, drop things, ask for help. If you drop something while you're walking past a man or like in front of one, a lot of them will help you and try to pick it up. And you should start a conversation like that. I don't blame people who don't want to date online. It's a lot of trash. There's a lot of trash in online dating, like a lot of trash. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Trust me, when the pandemic is over, I will be going to plenty of networking events and trying to meet people because it's horrible. A lot of crazies on there. Yeah, level up in femininity content completely changed my point of view too, says Basie. And the thing is, my last comment, because I gotta go. Date with a purpose. Like, men date with an agenda. They date with a strategy. You know what their agenda and strategy is when they date you? They're like, okay, I'm trying to see how fast I can get her in the bed. You hear me? Did you hear me? They trying to find out how long it's going to take or how short it's going to take to get you in the bed. So you need to have your own agenda too. Women need their own agenda while dating. Did you hear me? And it shouldn't be the same agenda they have. It should be, ooh, I wonder if I can get him to take me to this nice 5-star restaurant I've been wanting to go to. I've been wanting to go to. Or I wonder if I can get him to pay my car note. Or I wonder if I can get him to give me that purse that I've been wanting. You need a goal, and you need a strategy and an agenda, because they got one. And your agenda shouldn't have anything to do with getting them into the bed, or anything to do with having some type of real connection. That don't exist. Okay, it just don't. Men don't care like women do. Okay. And I tell you, once you shift, I'm telling you, please listen to me. Once you change that perspective and that focus to your own agenda and your own goals, all this heartbreak stuff, you won't experience it. You won't experience it anymore, because you'll be focused on your goal, and you won't be focused on true, like, these fantasy ideals of true love and twin flames and soulmates. Like, just understand, men don't think about that stuff when they date. They don't look at you and say, oh man, I'm gonna date this woman because I want her to be my soulmate. I'm looking for my soulmate. Men don't think like that. Men think, oh, I wonder how long it's gonna take for me to get her in the bed. So you need to be wondering how long it's gonna take for you to get in them pockets. Okay? Because they're not worried about you. They worried about what they can take from you. So you also need to be worried about how you can benefit from that situation. And understand that marriage, throughout the thousands of years that human beings have been on this, that have had marriage, right? The tradition of marriage has never been about love or having soulmates or twin flames. It has been about combining empires, combining kingdoms, merging wealth, merging families, political alliances. It has never been about love. It has always been about power, resources, survival. Marriage has always been about power, resources, and survival. So remember that when you think about marriage. It wasn't designed for love. It's a business contract. So treat it as such, please. All right, guys. So I have to go. Thank you for coming by. Thank you, Basie. It's good to see you. Madam of Hugh, it's always good to see you, girl. And Lion E, thank you for coming through and commenting. Dee Dee, as always, it's good to see you, Dee Dee. I hope you figure things out and really build up that self-esteem, okay? Because it's necessary. Because that's all you got at the end of the day. All you got is you at the end of the day, okay? So make sure you take care of you at the end of the day. And the more you invest in you, the more other people will want to invest in you as well. That's the thing. Like, a lot of women running around trying to invest in everybody else, making everybody else's life better, making everybody else rich, but they don't make themselves richer. They don't make their own lives better. They don't make their own lives more fulfilled through their actions. You know, they're letting their energy and their time and their resources go out and make everyone else happy, make everyone else rich, make everyone else fulfilled, improving everyone else's lives, but they won't do it for themselves, you know. So Didi finally said, I'm going to read this last comment. Didi says, I finally made the shift myself. It's better over here on the other side, and there's no way I can ever go back. I know too much now, and I can't unsee it. Oh, yes, definitely. Me too, Didi. I feel the same way, and it feels good, doesn't it? It feels really good. So this is why I make these videos. This is why I'm here to just provide another perspective, right? To echo these ideals and the level up in femininity communities, because we deserve much, much better than what we're getting. And we have the power to shift that reality. And we should use that power to shift that reality. Apple Girl says, yes, put ourselves first, lady. Put yourself first, ladies. Okay. All right. So it's good to see you guys. I'll see you later. Bye.